In today's video, we are going to attempt to revive my lanai mint plant. Those of you who are regular viewers to the channel, particularly Thirsty Thursday, know that I loved my mint plant when I would make things like mojitos. It was so nice to just be able to go and clip a couple of sprigs off and have fresh mint. Well, that mint plant died, and let me tell you why. By the way, I feel like dying today too. It is so hot out here. If you see some water dripping down my face, you know why. And you're probably wondering, Mark, these are weird gardening gloves. Yeah, they're not gardening gloves. These are leftover COVID gloves. I have so many of them. I thought it'd be easy to just use these when I'm planting a plant and then just throw them away. Anyway, this is the pot that my mint plant was in. It's a really big pot, and there was a lot of mint plant that grew from this. It started as a tiny little sprig that I bought at the grocery store, and it really leafed out, and it was just wonderful. But then it started dying. The leaves started getting smaller and smaller, and then it just started turning brown in time. I had it about a year and a half. And when I took it out of this pot, I found out why. I wish I had taken a picture of it. It was really quite interesting. The roots, where the main root was probably, I don't know, about 1/8 of an inch, and it just went round and round and round in a spiral. It was really kind of a beautiful thing to see, but I couldn't see any dirt down there. The dirt was somewhere, but what happened is those roots were just being suffocated, I guess, and there was no way for them to grow, and that's why the plant died. So we're gonna revive it. Now, when I say revive it as opposed to plant a new one, let me tell you what I did. I took a cutting from my mint plant. This is actually a part of my original mint plant, and I put it in water for a couple of weeks, and I waited for it to root, and it finally started to root, so now I'm going to plant it. But here's a weird thing. It rooted in a way I didn't expect. I don't know how well you can see this. Let me get this glass of water. Put it off to the side. So here's what happened. I thought it was going to root from down here where the cutting was, but what it did, it started to root just from the plant itself. So where I cut it, nothing happened, but where just a little bit of the mint leaf dipped into the water, that's where all the roots started coming from. Isn't that wild? Isn't that bizarre? So that's where I'm going to plant it. There's not going to be much of a plant sticking above the dirt, but I think if this takes root, and it should, that's a nice big, about a 3 or 4 inch root, it's going to do just great. So I went to the store and I bought some Miracle Grow potting mix. It supposedly has fertilizer in it, and it's really supposed to help plants grow. We'll find out. And I took my pot and I filled that up. So now I have to figure out a way that I can take that part that was rooted and just plant it in here. I don't know. That's going to be weird. I might put a little more potting soil in here. I don't want to get it over the edge, but that plant was almost lost in there. Boy, I'm making a mess on this table. Good thing a hurricane's coming. It'll wash it right off. Okay. There we go. We're just gonna, I think I'm gonna plant that stem in there too. That's not gonna take any hurt if I do that. There's not much to it at all, but we're gonna see if this sad, tiny little plant, I can even see a little of the root up here. I don't know if that's gonna hurt it or not. I'll try to get that down. We'll look back on this at some point, and if this starts to produce some leaves and some mint of the type I can put in a cocktail, we can look back on this video and say, that was really an interesting thing to do. I have to move this over to the center. And look at this. Just shy of 2 weeks later, it is really thriving. And those leaves are growing big and strong. Thanks for watching, everyone. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner. And don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark, and I got to get inside. I can actually water this plant just by sweating over it. This is the Average Me channel.